We're starting a new unit in math this week on patterns and relations. That's when we see graphs and tables of values, numbers on a chart. We're going to be looking at how those numbers form patterns and how we can fill in missing pieces of information from the information that we already have by looking at the pattern. So to start with, today we're going to look at tables of values. This grade 6 curriculum leads into grade 7 and 8 curriculum on a thing called linear relations. And then later on for high school, it leads into something called curvilinear relations in calculus. So it's actually pretty simple and straightforward. The math isn't all that hard. It's just bit of puzzle solving, really. It's kind of fun. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to start off now with showing you some different tables. I'm going to start making a table of values here. And the table's got input and output. So what I'm going to start off with is a list of numbers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, for each of these values that I put in, I'm going to put a number next to it going out. So I put in a 2 and I get a 6 out. What could I have done? There's different things I might have done to make that 2 into a 6. I might have started with 2 plus 4 equals 6. There could have been other things I did too. But let's see, we can't really tell what the pattern is with only one thing showing. So my next number, if I did 3 plus 4, I'd get a number. Let's see if that's the number that I'm going to have here. Well, the number I actually have is 9. So what did I do to the 3? Did I do 3 plus 4? Well, 3 plus 4 does not equal 9. So I didn't do plus 4. So this plus 4 thing doesn't work. I'm going to erase that now because that's not what's happening. I'm not doing plus 4. And my next number in the sequence is 12. So 4, and I did something to it, and it equals 12. Maybe you can see the pattern now. What is it that I'm doing? What happens to each of these? Well, I do see that these are each going up by 3. 6 plus 3 is 9, and 9 plus 3 is 12. But that doesn't help me with the pattern part really at this point for this pattern. Okay, let's try the next one. Maybe if you haven't figured it out yet, maybe you'll figure it out now. 15. So 5, and I did something to it, and it's going to equal 15. Let's try this. 6 is 3 groups of 2, I know that. And 9 is 3 groups of 3. It looks like I'm going up 3 times as big. So I'm going to try multiplying. 2 times 3 does equal 6. What does 3 times 3 equal? 9. So that one works. 4 times 3, it does equal 12. And 5 times 3 does equal 15. I think we have a pattern here. So if I do 6 times 3, what do I get? Yeah, 6 times 3 equals 18. So that is my pattern. So let's try another table with some different values and see if you can figure this one out. So we're going to start with another pattern here. This time I'm going to start with some higher numbers. Okay, so if I start with 7 and I get a 2, there's different things I could have done. Now, can you tell me what the pattern is? Started with a 7 and end up with a 2. Start with an 8 and end up with a 3. I have to do the same thing to the 8 that I do to the 7. I'm going to give you one more. Start with a 9 and it ends up being a 4. What can I do to each of these, 7, 8, and 9, that would give me the answers of 2, 3, and 4? This one's a subtraction problem. I am, in fact, subtracting 5. 7 subtract 5 is 2, 8 subtract 5 is 3, and 9 subtract 5 is 4. So, if I start with an input of 10, what is my output going to be? 10 subtract 5 equals 5. And 11 subtract 5 equals 6. Get the idea? Good. So now your assignment. Open the attachment and complete the 4 different tables. Circle the rule that each table has for finding the output.